Greetings and welcome to Season 2, Episode 13 of City of Destiny, a part of the Untold Stories Project. Tonight's episode is titled Stars Align. I am your host and Game Master, Aaron. City of Destiny is an actual play of Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, from Green Ronin Publishing, using concepts and themes derived from Emerald City Sourcebook, and is set within the connected version of Earth Prime, which can be seen in many other offerings from the Untold Stories Project. Mutants and Masterminds is a D20 based system which lets players and GMs create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes of their imagination. It is one of my all-time favorite systems, and one of the things that I love most about it is its inclusion of hero points. Now, these are that little extra something special that let our heroes re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, or use their powers in new and creative ways. Our heroes each start with one of these hero points, and they can get additional points for good role-playing, funny jokes, bad jokes, clever decisions, and for me using their weaknesses against them, and finally from your generosity. If you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to our stream, you will generate a hero point that can be given to the player of your choice. We are a small but growing streaming network. All of those likes, follows, and subscribe help grow our PL6 network into the PL14 powerhouses we hope to become. So let's meet our players for tonight, shall we? Say hello, heroes.
Hello, heroes.
Heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. Tell us your name, who you are playing, and answer our question of the week, which is, if your character died today, what would be their biggest piece of unfinished business? And I'm going to start with Calvin, because I never start with Calvin.
Oh, okay. Well, hey everybody, I'm Calvin, and tonight I am playing, because she was so honest about what she was saying last episode, the sincere Spider Queen. And to answer the question of the day, she dealt with her main unfinished business in rescuing her aunt. So right now, I think her most important thing is shutting down the chessmen entirely, making them pay for those years of time that she wasn't able to spend with her favorite family member. So yeah, I think if she wasn't able to do that before she died, that would be she would be haunting chessboards all over Emerald City. With that answer, I'll pass it over to Alex.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alex, and today I will be playing the role of Ethan Blackwell, aka Crucible, aka the kiddie pool attendant of magnetism. It's like a lifeguard, but you don't have to actually swim. You just got to pick the kids up when they get under the water. It's great. Answer my answer to the question of the day. Right now, if Ethan died, he would have the unfinished business of not getting the chance to yell at his father about being a supervillain and then being captured by supervillains. And he'd be very, very distraught that he didn't get the chance to go through with the wedding that he was not sure was going to happen, but is very excited to be happening. To my partner in crime, Aunt Puppy, who I'll pass it over to.
Hi, I'm Aunt Puppy. I play Keone. To answer the question of the day, aside from the wedding, I think her biggest unfinished business would be getting to see her parents again. Because right now, their entire relationship that she has had as the closest thing to a good relationship in her entire life is she hasn't seen in a long time. Other than Skype and text messages and phone calls, which I do plan on writing a blog post about how excited she was when she called her mom and dad to tell her about the engagement. So, but yeah, I think like not seeing them again before something happened. Because I think right now she kind of considers herself slightly invincible. And so I think if something bad happened, that would be the thing. And she would haunt her parents, but like doing like nice haunting things if like that would be her unfinished business. She would just tie herself to them. So wherever they were is where she would be. So with that, I'll pass it to Gary.
Hey, I'm Gary. I'm playing Cam Cole, Star Knight. Well, the joke answer is the 182 text messages being unanswered. But the real answer, though, is saving the world, really. I mean, he's had this mantle given to him, and he understands what it means to be a Star Knight and the training that he's received, and the organization spending those 6 months at the Citadel, and they've given him a task. And if something were to happen and he dies and that task is unfulfilled, that would be no bueno. I will pass it to Jenny.
Pretty sure I heard an M there.
Yes, Jenny.
Okay. I was like, huh? Wait. Like sitting there deciphering. Hi, I'm Demi. I'll be playing Hexa, or Bella, our favorite witch with no magical talent who keeps having to be the mature one. She's not a fan.
Claims.
And to answer the question, she doesn't. The problem is that Bella doesn't really think she has much unfinished business because she also doesn't really know yet what, like, her big purpose is. So really, the unfinished business would not be figuring out what she feels like she's supposed to be doing with her life fully, like what was the big point of it all. And then just wanting to have put a bit more good into the world. But that's really it. She doesn't really have any, like, pressing, oh man, I can't not do this. It's just more of the, I don't know if I'm really meant to do anything big yet. But yeah. And then to pass it to the name sound-alike, Jenny.
Hi everyone, my name's Jemmy. I play Portal. And to answer the question of the day, I think at this point, the big thing Portal would leave undone is letting his best friends and his boyfriend, the people that he loves, know who he really is. And I'll pass that without any further elaboration up to Aaron.
Alrighty. Well, when last we saw our heroes,
Real quick, sorry, I
they
didn't want to
were
interrupt, but we did get a subscribe
Yay!
from, who's this? Alexander Wrights. I don't know who that is.
Some clown.
Some weirdo.
You should give a 0 point to my better stabbier half.
Okay, will do. So yes, when we left off, our heroes were trying to tackle the whiteboard of unfinished business, a list that starts with Collapsar the Devourer, ends with issues with the Sentinels, and in between includes the Chessmen, Crucible's dad, Reyna / the Flamebird, and figuring out who Hexa's father is. You are on mute, Aunt Puppy.
Don't forget the 2 moons.
And the 2 moons.
Whether or not it causes issues with werewolves.
Wolves, important.
Priority.
We have to text Mongrel and ask.
I mean, that might fall under the subcategory of issues with the Sentinels, I guess. So we left off with the team preparing to go out and celebrate the engagement of Ethan and Cindy, knowing full well that there is a discussion with Reyna waiting for at least Ethan in the morning. And then Riley walked into the tower and learned about the engagement from Whitney. So let's just pick up there, shall we?
There you go.
So yeah, Riley and Whitney are in the hallway talking, and Riley's just like, wow, okay, that's okay, cool. That's awesome.
I'm still learning the dynamics here. Is this bad news for you? Because if it is, then I'm sorry.
No,
It's still up.
I mean,
Troop spell's still up.
it's surprising news. I mean, honestly, I kind of figured that I would end up getting remarried before my former stepson got married. Even though I think he might actually be a few months older than I am. But
Huh.
When you're like, okay.
but no, I mean,
Why did I just
honestly,
step in?
but that's just because I figured that would be the trajectory of our lives, and I honestly didn't think that that Ethan would ever get around to asking Cindy. But
They kind of asked each other.
that tracks. But no, it's not bad news. I'm actually really happy for them. I just think it's hilarious. So, well, yeah, we should. I guess if we're all going out, then I should go congratulate the happy couple.
Yeah, we do have a guest, I suppose, that needs to be handled for the moment. But other than that, yeah, it seems like it's good news tonight.
All right. I'm assuming everyone's going to gather like in the conference room or the screening room before we head out.
Yeah, that's where they were actually.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pop over to the closet that I think I still have in the office and change, and I'll meet everyone over there.
Okay, I'll head down there. Not to. Well, I'll just let them know you're coming. Although they might already know. I don't know how the building security works.
I mean, Roberta knows that I'm here, but whether or not anyone else does, I assume Tommy does, but
Probably.
if Seth was still here, I'd assume he does. Actually, for all I know, even though he's not here, he probably still does. But
I really want to meet that guy one day. If only to figure out his sorting and filing system.
yeah, I mean, it's a little disconcerting talking to an octopus, but yeah, no, it's fine.
I mean, I met a spider in space, so I'm pretty happy to talk to anybody who has the requisite number of limbs.
I cannot say I've ever talked to a space spider. At least I don't think so.
You seem like a decent guy.
I'm not sure if I've ever talked to any aliens, actually. Huh. Anyway, yeah, I'll meet up with everyone.
And Whitney is going to just take one last glance at the door where we have our scientist guest resting, and then head down to the conference room.
Okay.
I don't know if everyone is still there or if they've convened elsewhere.
I don't know. Where is everyone?
Whenever is an appropriate time, before we leave, I'm going to touch base with the impressionable youths and let them know what's going on, that they can hang tight. I'll let them know we've got every game system you could want, and just give them kind of a rundown on that. We'll be back, but we got this really great news, and so we're going to go celebrate.
Yeah. Devin will kind of act as the spokesperson for the group, even as Kimmy is already booting up the PlayStation. And just say, no, we appreciate it. We're just, grateful that, we're alive and here and being taken care of and all that.
Decompress, have some fun. Don't
Will
get
do.
into too much trouble.
I mean, look, I know we're teenagers and all, but considering where we've spent the last several months, I think we'll probably all just kind of want to,
It's a joke.
eat and play games and
Enjoy yourselves.
Okay.
Okay? Really. You've been through a lot. Take the breath. You deserve it.
do you guys have a gym?
Yes. Let me put on the safety first.
You do have a gym separate from the training.
Oh, do we
room.
have a straight up? Yeah, we do. It's blah blah blah. We also have a pool. It's blah 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 blah.
You'll
Hold on.
hear yelling down the hallway, just Keone going, "The good liquor's in my room," and just walking away.
Yeah. I think I might. I know it's gonna sound dumb, but I'd really love to just go work out.
Yeah. Oh, well, we've got. Yeah, we've got a full gym for that. So, yeah, absolutely. And if you need anything, just call out for Roberta. She'll be able to help us. And we're not gonna be out. We're not gonna be gone long. I will be back in just a few hours. So.
Okay.
You guys need anything before we do leave?
Timmy's completely zoned into the game. And Jet is kind of leaning over the couch over her, just kind of cheering her on, yeah, good job. Keisha just kind of looks and says, "I'm still hungry."
Well, we got the fridge, we got the pantry. If you don't know how to cook and you want something, Roberta's programmed with some pretty basic recipes. She can make you some stuff. But yeah, have at it. And then he's gonna open a portal. He's gonna reach his hand in. He's gonna pull it out, and he's got a bag of Doritos. And he's set it down next to the kids that are playing.
Okay.
All right. Have fun.
All right. So Peter's checking in on the kids. Cindy is giving alcohol to the minors, and Whitney was heading back to the conference room. What is everyone else up to?
If there's a moment, I'm going to try to pull Ethan aside.
Probably.
Yeah, but just, hey, Ethan.
Yeah.
Full congratulations to you and Cindy. I'm glad. I think, gonna stay back tonight.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I want to see if I can do anything to help snap her out of it. And I'm happy for you two, but I don't really think I'm in the right place to go celebrate tonight.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, if anybody can fix broken brain, it's probably you, right?
I hope so. I don't know. It's not what I'm used to, but I want to try.
Do you want me to bring you back some spaghetti?
Bring me back dessert, whatever they have.
Okay.
Are we going to a Mexican restaurant?
I have no
I
idea.
might have spaghetti there.
I'm pretty sure that's what my niece gets when we go out to Mexican restaurants, is spaghetti or hot dogs.
I was going to say they usually have spaghetti on the kids' menu.
Yeah, just bring back the dessert. Full congrats. I am happy for you too. I didn't want you to think this is
Yeah, no, I'll bring you back a churro and some fried ice cream.
awesome. You guys have fun.
Okay. Star Knight.
He's gonna get dressed up and he'll come into the conference room and put a big black duffel bag down on the table, ready.
Okay. I'm assuming Tommy is probably still in the conference room because his getting ready is probably the least of anyone.
Is
And
Dr.
knowing what I do, what?
Oh, sorry. Is Dr. Kane still in the conference room?
No, she went to go lay down
Okay.
because she's exhausted.
Yeah. Let her sleep then.
All right, Riley will come back to the conference room wearing a very short, very sparkly dress. Looks around, sees Whitney and Star Knight and Tommy. Like, where is everyone else? I mean, I know they just got engaged. They're not like running off to have a quickie before the party, are they?
Oh my god.
We're not doing that.
There's a non-zero chance.
Okay. I mean, good for them. But
There's a 50-50 chance.
I don't know. Maybe they're getting ready.
all right.
So, can I ask about the overall situation here? Because I was just trying to map out the
Sure.
web in my head, and I didn't want to get too personal, but
Web, honey.
yeah, that's because that's my thing.
Right. All right. So, have you met Archer?
Not personally. I know the name. I've heard it
Yeah,
several
no,
times today.
I guess not. He's been missing since before you came to town.
Yeah, there's actually some news on that I think Ethan should probably fill you in on.
Okay.
Spider Queen, what the hell?
Look, I already said too much today.
She already gave away the engagement, so like, she's gotta make up for that.
She's gonna think I hate her.
So I was young and impressionable, and Archer can be very, very charming when he wants to be. And I mean, look, I'm not stupid. I totally know I was his trophy wife, but yeah, we were married, and he was paying my way through college, and it was super awkward that, you know, I had a stepson who was my age, and I know it was awkward for him, and I kind of tried to just ignore that part of the dynamic and be like a friend, but I don't think it always worked real well. But anywho, then there was that whole, you know, Silver Storm and people getting superpowers and the city being overrun with superheroes and Max Mars forming a superhero team thing. And I didn't know why, but I got offered a job to be the publicist for the team. And then later on found out that my stepson was a superhero, and that's why I got the job. And it was about the same time that I realized that my husband was kind of a piece of shit. So I left him. But I didn't feel great having a job that I got because I was sleeping with one member of the team's father. So I walked away. I had a fair bit of money. Because obviously, you know, Max paid me real well, and I didn't use any of the money from when what I was earning from him, because I didn't need to. So I started my own firm, and that's what I've been doing for the last year or so. And I think now that I'm not his stepmom, that things are a little less awkward between me and Ethan and Cindy.
They were never awkward with Cindy. Cindy thought it was great.
But I mean, mostly with Ethan. I mean, I don't think Cindy or Peter ever cared at all. But I think Tommy thought it was weird, but he never said anything. But I'm sure he thought it was weird. So yeah, that's kind of it. And then yeah, apparently my ex-husband has been missing now for several months. So that's a whole thing. I don't really know how I feel about that, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's, and she looks at the door as if expecting Ethan to pop up at that moment, and then when it doesn't happen,
I'll pop up.
No, Ethan. You're not allowed to have good timing ever.
When I
Look,
noticed the
I'm just saying somebody needs to be missed to be missing.
dang.
when Whitney hits her awkward silence, I'll kind of. So you represent Cam Cole, but you represent a different superhero team than.
I don't represent any superhero team.
Oh, I
right now.
thought you did.
No. So Roger Lars is. I'm working for Roger in a way where I am representing his investment company. But even though he's backing the Sentinels, I made it very clear that I was not going to be their publicist.
Okay.
Because that would have just been weird.
So no conflict of interest. I don't need to switch super teams, right?
I hope not.
No? I mean, like, I don't really know anyone on the team. I mean, I've talked to them a few times because, like, I've seen them in Roger's offices, but I also really don't want to talk about him right now. So,
Whitney knows Princess.
We had a brief.
Typically.
We had a brief conversation, is all. Star Knight. Jeez, you two.
Riley is going to go over to the table and reach under it where she knows that Cindy keeps a bottle of good stuff. And she's like, I'm going to pregame a little.
And with that, Cindy will hear her pop it open and will be like, "Girl, yes!" And we'll come running in.
These
She will
booze
make-
action of power.
Yeah, she'll make little ice shot glasses for everybody.
This is Keone Spider Sense.
Yeah.
Someone in the building is drinking alcohol without me.
She's just standing there, all of a sudden you just see her go, "Oh, someone opened a brand new bottle."
I was assuming the bottle was already partially empty, but
Oh no, she already drank that one. She had to put a new one in.
But and as soon as she comes in, as you come in, Riley's gonna come give you a big hug and say, "Congratulations! I'm really happy for you guys."
Thanks. Look at this, and she'll show the ring and get all excited and start talk, just kind of blabbering about it and explaining it all and talking about. And then she'll go into how it happened. She'll be like, "Yeah, and of course I asked first." And so then she'll go through. And she'll go through and tell the story of how it all happened and everything. And
And Riley will be like, "Oh, so he made that. That's good. I know he really wanted to do more with art, and I know that his dad wouldn't let him. But then he said that he was changing his major, but it was going to be for social work instead of like art. So I'm glad that he's still doing that. I think it's good for him. You need to make sure that he doesn't stop doing that once you two are married."
Well, let's get through this engagement first. I don't think it's set in yet that the engagement means marriage. I think it's more of like she's just like, "Yay, this is the next thing that happens." So I have a feeling she'll start panicking soon. Once it kind of really hits her that, oh God, this is like for real, for reals.
Oh, poor
Oh
Ethan.
God, I just decided to spend the rest of my life with one person.
Yeah.
He's a
Riley will
dork.
then look over to Tommy and say, "Would you text your boyfriend and get him to come back in here, because I'm not gonna. I mean, not that I'm drinking alone, but this cannot be just me and Cindy killing this bottle."
Oh, she made shot glasses for everybody. There's shot glasses for everybody.
Is it whiskey?
Cindy will kind of look and be like, sure. Because at this point, she doesn't remember what she put there. She's just like, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's a really nice 21-year scotch.
It feels like Cindy would not understand what good alcohol is, in the sense like where she sees a bottle and she's like, oh, that's good stuff. She's just like, that's more expensive. That has to be better. And so that's kind of how she gets the alcohol. So she has no idea what's actual good alcohol or not. It's just, this was $70, whereas the normal stuff she drinks is like $20. So to her, this was fancy alcohol.
Yep, that sounds about right.
It's all bottles of Everclear.
Yeah.
She's got a high fortitude.
No, it's Boone's Farm. Thank you very much.
Oh, we fancy.
Yeah, Riley would have made sure that you actually had some high quality stuff.
Yeah, I feel like she thought she bought something that she thought was good, and then somebody replaced it with something that was actually good, and she really didn't know the difference.
Say Max probably comes through surreptitiously, replaces bottles too, going, no one should drink this.
Yeah, like, no, this is no good.
I like that he knows where the spots are, though.
I mean, it's his building.
Fair. He's probably used them himself.
Also
So.
fair.
Also, it's Keone. Subtlety isn't her specialty.
No,
No.
not even a little bit.
All right. So
I mean, all I'm doing is just making sure the kids are all set. Like, I'm not, and then getting ready.
okay. Yeah, I mean, Keisha's eating, Kimmy's playing video games, and Jed is watching her, and Devin went up to the gym and is presumably working up a sweat.
All right. I'm gonna go get ready.
Okay.
Get dressed.
If Keone's back in the conference room, Whitney is going to go borrow some of Cindy's clothes.
Cindy loves when that happens.
Riley will kind of look you up and down and go, now you probably fit into some of my stuff too. Let me show you where my closet is.
Oh, okay.
And Cindy wants everyone to coordinate. So she's wearing white, and she wants everyone to be like as bedazzly as possible.
I don't even know if Ethan has anything white to wear.
That sounds like a you problem.
That's why Ethan's taking so long. He's in his closet like, am I supposed to wear white, or is it just like a bride thing?
Am I supposed to not wear white?
He's like,
I'm not
"Oh,
supposed to see her again until we get married, right? Is that how it works?
just never again. We just don't see each other ever again.
So while everyone's getting ready to go out, what is Bella doing? You're on mute, Jemmy.
I'm aware. That's what I was undoing. I mean, right now, there's the try to avoid being noticed by the others, because she told Ethan, and that is about it who she is willing to tell right now. She told one person, and that's good. Grab one of the bottles from one of the spots. And going to the room where we have the scientist.
Okay.
And just, it's gonna be a slow process of seeing, are there any signs that she's getting better? Is there anything that looks like I can do to help her?
Okay.
Just,
I mean, at least in the short term, she is literally just sitting there. She blinks occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be breathing all right, but
Well, that's what I'm spending my night doing. Just seeing if, like, occasionally gonna be, doing magic, see if there's anything in her head again that's not the static.
yeah. Not to be indelicate about it, but eventually you're going to realize that her body's still going to do its natural functions, and she
That's
does not
also
have
why.
the ability to... Huh?
That's also why she's here.
Yeah.
Caretaking. Yeah.
Roberta, at some point in the evening, Roberta will offer to put in a catheter.
That would be good.
But
yeah,
okay.
That's my plan for the night. It's not nearly glamorous. It's drink not fast enough to be drunk.
Yeah.
And make sure she's okay. And if she does seem any bit out of it or anything I can do to help, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, it's a bunch of ones and zeros.
Yep.
And although you do speak most languages, I'm gonna say you probably don't know binary.
Not right now, but I can start learning tonight.
Fair. All right. So eventually everyone will gather back in the conference room, except for Bella.
I mean, seeing that, Whitney would ask, we're still missing someone.
Bella is working on something. She told us to go on without it.
Okay.
That's a shame. She seemed fun. I wanted to get to know her better.
She's doing the hero thing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Is it, does she need a hand or anything, or is she...
No, she said
Yeah,
she
I mean-
sort of wanted to work things out on her own.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if she's doing the hero thing, though, that sounds like something we should all be helping with.
I think she thinks we'll all be too noisy and annoying.
Ethan, what are you hiding?
I mean,
And then-
she's like a magic girl, right? Like, isn't like working on like magic research kind of a solitary thing?
Yeah.
You don't want to be on our list, so.
Oh, no.
Whitney and Bella's phones will ping as there is a group called New Breakers. And
It is.
So he can figure out how to group text, but he can't respond to text messages.
yes.
That feels
Yeah.
valid.
They
Well, I
can't,
mean,
except he doesn't want to deal with it yet.
I was going to say, in fairness, there is that awkwardness of, yeah, so I know I haven't gotten back to you in 6 months, but
And he's just going to text, hey, Bella, if you need backup, we'll help you out.
Ethan, why are you being awkward about direct questions?
When
Have
isn't
you
Ethan being
met Ethan?
awkward?
I'm
No, he's got
practicing.
He's got his future wife and his stepmom all just like, I mean, it's just Ethan. Just him.
No, no.
This is happening. Bella just texts back, I'm just not really feeling in the mood to celebrate tonight and want to make sure everything's okay with the scientists, ? Why would I need backup?
Fuck. He doesn't know what you're dealing with, so when he sends that.
Yeah.
Whitney will say, well, if you do need magic assistance, let me know. And then she will sign her text with a spider emoji and a heart emoji.
Oh.
There's awkward Ethan, and then there's avoiding the topic Ethan.
Sword emoji. Shrug emoji.
There's a little heart and a little black cat.
Not
Oh
a
my
bunny?
God.
Oh, the bunny comes after. The bunny has his own sign off.
I love that he's in the group chat.
He's not. He's just here with Bella all the time.
Yeah. Say, Durhas is actually going to, like, hop up onto the bed with the scientist and kind of sniff around her.
Aw.
is she under a curse? Because this is weird.
Mind. No magic. It's just deep embedded brainwashing.
Magic curses are easier to deal with.
I know. That's the issue.
I mean, learning how to dispel a curse is probably one of the first things you ever learned.
Yeah. Don't know how to undo brainwashing. Especially non-magical.
Are you sure she's not faking it?
I mean, I'm not certain, but
He will nip her.
her thoughts are complete static. Or not static, but
And yeah, she doesn't respond when he nips her.
If she could fake it through the insertion of a catheter, good for her.
Fair.
yeah.
Did Bella insert a catheter?
No, Roberta did.
Roberta did.
Did Roberta?
Bella's turning around during that.
I mean, I don't know that she has yet because it would take a while before anyone realized that was an issue.
Yeah.
But at some point in the evening after it has become an issue, Roberta will offer to.
Yeah.
You know, she's programmed for basic medical procedures.
And I repeat, Bella's not gonna be the one doing that. That will be the cool, I'll let you handle that. Tell me when she's decent again.
All right, so I guess you guys head off to the Mexican restaurant.
Do we have a limo?
Not
Cindy asks drunkenly.
I mean, not
Everybody.
normally, but if you ask, Riley's like, I can call a service.
That sounds dope.
Yes. I just really want to yell from the sunroof. She's like 8 shots deep, so she's pre-gamed way too hard right now.
Riley is matching you. Which
Yeah.
is
Yes.
interesting because she doesn't normally drink that hard.
Oh, it's gonna turn into Joy's all over again.
Portal is not drinking heavily.
So Riley will call a service, and I don't know if any of you would be able to tell, but when she calls the service, she actually recites the old company credit card that she had for while she was working with Max as the number to charge it to.
I don't
Good
think I
for
would have
her.
possibly made that connection.
No, probably not, but if any of you could,
Mm.
I think the only one that could have is not here.
Professor C.
Yeah.
And Professor C is still charging stuff to that card.
He's like, I'm still part of the team.
They're still using his tech. He earns his money.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably a different card, but yes, Professor C is almost certainly still charging money too.
He's still a Stormbreaker.
Yeah. But yeah, so Riley will drunkenly call a limo service. And she's being like super affectionate and like, I am so happy for you guys. That's so great.
Oh my god. So like, oh my god. So
And then she will make things really awkward and look at Tommy and say, so when are you going to ask Peter?
yeah, and Cindy will just like we're both just blasted at this point. So Cindy is just gonna pile on and just be like, "Oh my god, yeah, totally. When are you?"
Before they get to that, Peter's going to lean over to Tommy. This is probably what provokes it. And he's just going to whisper to Tommy, so, are you getting the feeling that maybe she's a little upset at the engagement? Like, you never got any vibes that she had a crush on him, did you?
No, I don't think that's it at all. I think she's upset about something. I think she's repressing it. Like, I don't think she's upset about them. I think she's just upset about something and is looking for an excuse.
That's probably right. I wonder what it is.
Well, I mean, her ex-husband did get kidnapped.
Yeah. I mean, we are celebrating an engagement, and she's getting divorced. And she's divorced. That's not exactly the best situation either.
Yeah. But no, I don't think like she's like jealous or anything. That would be
I didn't
weird.
think so.
I mean, like she's our age, but like she's still kind of sort of Ethan's mom, and that's just icky.
I know. That's why I was saying. I'm like, I didn't get that feeling, but I couldn't find another way to I wasn't sure how else to read that, and I was.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I saw plenty of her when they were married, and I was hanging with Ethan, and like no, I never got like any like weird vibe there or anything.
Okay.
But and yes, then the drunken ladies will be like, so when are you guys gonna get married?
Edited.
Has Ethan come in yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
So as Cindy is asking with asking Peter, or not Pete, yeah, no, not Peter, Tommy.
Asking Tom.
He's gonna ask Peter. I feel like I'm already drunk, and I've had water. And so she'll finally see that Ethan has come in and just be like, Ethan! And just fall over and just hand him a shot.
I will start making bad decisions.
And Riley will also come over and give you a big hug that is affectionate but not like creepy or sexual. And just, be like, I am so happy for you. You guys are great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think your mommy likes me, and
then she'll kind of lean in and be like, seriously, she's like too good for you, so don't let her get away.
I agree.
Good.
Are you okay?
I may be a little bit lunk.
A diddle bit. Oh no, that's a lot.
It's just a little bit. It's fine. We're great. Tacos! Let's go get Mexican! And then Cindy will just like bounce out of the conference room. She has no idea where she's going. She's just bouncing out of the conference room.
Whitney's gonna lean over to Cam and just say, I feel like we gotta catch up here.
Oh, that's not a race you want to start, Claire.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, Riley is not actually able to keep up with Keone, but she's really trying.
She's doing her best.
Bless her heart.
Which, again, she would drink when you guys went out, like dancing and stuff, but you've never seen her, like, put them away like this. Like, she is normally get a glass of something expensive and sip it for, an hour. And she's just tossing back shots and...
And to Cindy, it's just a party. So, like, she's just excited that someone else wants to celebrate with her.
Sure. Absolutely.
Especially since her best friend isn't.
Who's her best friend?
Me, asshole.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you meant Riley, not...
No, like I said, Portal's drinking, but he's not drinking.
Yeah,
he's
usually,
had like one pregame shot.
yeah, usually Ethan or oh my god, I'm so tired. Normally Peter and Cindy are in line with each other, and now she's just distracted that Riley is doing it with her, so she's just hyped. She doesn't have a lot of girlfriends, so she's just hyped. She's hyped that her her future husband's mommy likes her and wants to drink with her. So
Creepy.
I know
On
she's gonna
so
say
many
it all
levels.
night. I'm so excited for this.
I mean, I'm not his stepmom anymore, and
But you'll
Like-
always be his mommy.
but and when's
I
your
don't know.
birthday? I think I'm actually younger than you.
Yeah, you're like 3 weeks younger than me.
Yeah, so like I literally couldn't be his mom. Like, I mean, I guess you guys are like all weird and stuff, and there's like time travel and dimension hopping, and
Like all weird and shit.
Oh, what if you actually are his mom?
I mean, like, because like Carol isn't actually from here, but she's married to Seth, except that she's not because his wife is dead and her husband is dead. But yeah, that whole thing.
I feel like Whitney's just like, what the fuck am I learning right now?
I gotta
Like,
start
what is
bringing a
happening?
notepad around.
You're pretty.
Riley, are you sure you're okay?
Huh?
Are you sure you're okay?
No, I'm great. Everything's great.
What's on your mind?
You guys got engaged. That's awesome. I'm like so happy for you. And yeah. So
Riley,
that
why did you come by the tower?
doesn't matter. They're engaged. We're celebrating. We can talk about it later.
Oh shit. He says he says under his breath.
I'm in danger.
We're all in danger. Because when Cindy gets a little bit too drunk, sometimes she can't control her powers.
So we're
Well, let's stop. Let's stop.
Wait, does Raina know?
About the engagement? Yeah, Raina knows.
Oh, okay. Cool. Because
But I talked to Raina about something else earlier, not that. So it's not that I like Raina more than you.
Aaron, I thought you were asking like you were asking genuinely. Like I was like, why? I was like, why wouldn't you know that?
no, I totally know that.
does your mom know?
One of my moms knows.
I mean, like, because I know that like that's all not a thing anymore, and like Raina likes you, and so like I know there's not a thing, but there used to be a thing. And
Oh, hey, the limo's here.
Thank you, Star Knight.
oh god,
I thought we were already in the limo.
the car, the thing that we're gonna get into,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
And Monet, I know you want to do the thing. I've been in a limo with drunk people. Just remember, hair, bugs. Okay?
I'm so amused. I just need to say really quick, although they're getting Mexican, at this point it seems like they're just gonna have to go through the Taco Bell drive-thru.
No, I called the place and told them we were coming.
I get that, but this might be the energy is not nice Mexican place. It's giving Taco Bell drive-thru at 2 a.m. in the morning.
It is.
Hey,
That is the
Aaron.
vibes.
I activate my redirecting warp
Okay.
to catch oh my goodness, I've suddenly just blanked on her name.
Riley?
Riley?
Thank you. My brain just went to catch Riley if she falls and then land in my arms so that I can catch her. Also for any kind of projectile vomiting that may occur.
Yeah, she's not there yet, but and despite being in way too high of heels, especially while being this drunk, she actually seems to be steady enough on her feet.
But I'm prepared because she hasn't stopped drinking.
No. You know, she was the president of her sorority.
We got this covered.
That tracks.
And then she'll kind of lean against Cam. You're really good looking, you know that.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes, I'm
I'm
here
alright.
for it.
you need to be, because like that's your job. And if I'm going to promote you, I'm not going to be able to promote an ugly actor.
I did.
I mean, you're good, but you're not like good enough to overcome being ugly, you know, like, you know.
God damn.
Peter is melting at the secondhand embarrassment.
Um,
God,
Well,
Cindy's so happy right now.
all I can say to that is I either need to do more gym time or cut down on Cindy's cookies. So
You
Nah,
can never
fine.
stop with my cookies.
You're fine. I know how many calories you all burn when you're like beating up giant space slugs and stuff.
Did we fight a space slug?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
last Wednesday, don't you remember?
Oh my god, that would be
But like,
cool.
she'll like put her hand like directly on your abs. Like, no, you're fine.
Oh yes, Riley has no.
Riley
boundaries.
has no filter right now. Clearly,
I will kind of gently move her hand. Okay.
When I see that, so Riley,
yeah.
how was Ethan's dad in bed?
Oh yes,
no.
oh yes. I wanna know.
Aaron, I'm picking up the limousine. I'm gonna fly us there much faster.
I didn't know Ethan could move that fast.
This is gonna be weird for him. Someone cover Ethan's ears.
I think Ethan's in a different zip code right now.
Ethan's trying to get up front. He's like, "Can I open the partition?"
Can I sit with you, driver guy?
I mean, I'm just gonna say that I wasn't married to him because of the sex.
Ooh.
Oh no.
But I also didn't divorce him because it was bad. I divorced him because
Okay.
he's an asshole.
That's fair, that's fair.
Cindy just kind of looks over at Ethan and is like, "Huh."
Not generous, but,
Huh?
What do you mean,
Not
huh?
I
so
mean,
not generous, but not selfish either.
you know, I mean, he like more considerate than a drunken frat boy, but yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing. Yeah. So, right. Anyway,
I'm just gonna peel the divider between us and the driver and go up there and then seal it back up.
tacos, chimichangas.
Chimichangas.
Ooh. What about like a giant smothered burrito?
Oh, good right now.
So good.
And margarita.
Those will pick up the alcohol. It's quite nice.
And margaritas got to. I've never had a good margarita.
How have you never had a good margarita? Every margarita is a good margarita.
That is so not true. You've
Definitely
never
not.
had. I've had bad.
To be
Right.
fair though, you've never been broke. So all margaritas are good margaritas.
I've been broke. There are bad margaritas.
Literally never tasted a bad margarita. I love every margarita I've ever had.
So Aaron actually despises tequila in all of its forms. So I actually don't like margaritas, but
I love tequila.
So have we made it to the restaurant?
yes,
Has
you
Ethan
made it to the
successfully-
restaurant. And unless you guys really want to continue this line of
Drunken debauchery.
yeah, I mean, I think we can probably say that Riley gets progressively more drunk, but never quite to the point of sick or passing out.
So proud.
And she will spill lots of tea other than what is actually bothering her.
Also fair.
Like, she'll tell you all sorts of, like, things that Max said in private that he probably doesn't want shared. And
knew my dad had
Max.
anxiety?
Huh?
So who knew my dad had anxiety?
Not Archer, Max. But
Oh well.
because she worked for Max for years. But if any of the wait staff is even close to age appropriate, she will flirt shamelessly.
At that point, Cindy will kind of start to notice that she's acting weird.
Is Ethan an only child? Can't remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, 2 only children are getting married. It feels like a terrible idea.
It does?
I mean, neither of them have any idea how to share.
Cam will order drinks, but he drinks them very slowly, to the point where he'll probably get a buzz. But I mean, he definitely has like the duffel bag with the armor right next to him, and is like, there's the door, there's the bar, here's where the most people are. It's the teen girl squad at the restaurant. Need to make sure their table's good.
The Disney girls have to be.
They're always here.
They are the extras of your lives.
Yeah. So he's definitely getting a little paranoid edge to him.
Tommy will notice that and kind of lean over and go, I swear there are plenty of times that they go out and nothing happens.
Oh yeah, because the last time we went out like this, I forgot about that. Junk pile happened.
I get it, Tommy, but also something does happen.
No, I'm not.
I'm a stain on the wall.
I'm not saying don't be ready, because and he'll hold up his watch like I am, but I'm just saying that you don't need to be super worried or freaked out, because I'd say, I don't know, maybe 1 in 20 times they go out does and that just happened a few days ago, so I think it'll probably be fine.
That's a good point, though, that Tommy brings up. We gotta find some way to miniaturize your tech. Because carrying around that bag's gotta be a pain in the ass.
I don't want to superheroes explain anybody else's thing, but isn't his stuff made with crazy advanced little alien dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's armor.
Do they not? They didn't make it little or portable or anything like that? That's silly.
I just put it on and I stab things.
Wait a minute. Do your alien friends not have pockets?
I mean, it took a few days for somebody else to add cell phone connectivity to it, so I'm not even good at fixing. If the armor breaks, I have to go back to the Citadel.
So let's get in touch with the Citadel, see if any other Star Knight has done that.
Couldn't you just call I don't know her name. Whoever the Star Knight was that was with the Freedom League.
Yeah.
Maria.
So we could check there, and if the Citadel doesn't have any answers, then we can, I don't know, call up Daddyless or something.
Well, if you want, I could shrink that. I could shrink the armor. You want me to shrink the armor?
No, right now. We want it to still work after it's shrunk.
No, I can't do that.
Can't make any promises.
But if you want to make it little, I'm your guy.
I mean, I'd be happy to take a look at it for you.
Cool. Yeah, see? You're part of the team now. That comes with perks.
I didn't go through all the training and stuff, but I'm pretty good at figuring out how tech works. I'm no Cyrus, but I'm pretty good. I'm better at computers than he is. But
Yeah, well, let's look into that when half our team isn't falling over drunk.
Probably wise.
technically, Cindy's the only one who's actually a part of the team. I mean, Riley is great.
Ethan's had a little bit to drink. You didn't
Yeah.
see how much of that bottle he took after I asked about his parents' sex life.
I'm not falling over drunk. I'm standing up drunk.
See?
Okay.
Whitney was going to try to keep up with Keone just to try to impress her hero once again, but then quickly realized this isn't happening.
You will die. You will die.
With
Yeah. Once Cindy kind of starts to notice that Riley's being a little bit different, like she wants the woo girl with her, but she doesn't want the like aggressive woo girl, and she's kind of stepping into that territory, which is always when Cindy knows that someone is trying to keep up that can't keep up, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna like rein it back in, and so Cindy will do a toast, and
Aunt
will
Puppy.
tell, yeah. Oh no.
I would like you to give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay.
Or insight if your insight is better, but I don't think it is.
No, my insight's not better. My perception's better. 22.
Okay. So it is around the time that you realize how drunk Riley is getting that you also realize that you think probably about 80% of your own intoxication is because you expected to be drunk from what you're drinking. And you realize you're not actually feeling a lot of it.
Oh no.
Oh, I've been there before.
You can't get drunk anymore.
Oh no.
You're immune to poison.
Oh.
Don't do that, then she won't marry me.
Yeah, so as she's watching Riley be weird, she'll kind of just look and go, and kind of just like look around and realize like the room isn't spinning like it should be. Like she's not as wobbly on her heels as she thought she would be.
You're not as thick as you drunk you are.
Yeah. She's just kind of like, this is weird.
No, it's even worse than that, Aaron. She's not as drunk as she thinks she is.
Exactly.
So she's just kind of like, this is kind of strange. Won't really tell anybody, but like kind of makes a mental note to like talk to Ethan about it later, but is kind of like, So she like high school girled it where someone says they spiked the punch.
Oh.
Kind of.
They just pretend that they're drunk.
Damn.
Oh no, this is not good. But Cindy will stand up and has basically told anybody that's walked by that would listen, that wouldn't listen. She didn't care. If you walked near and were in earshot of her, she was talking about why we were here and how excited she is. So she will stand up, and that will be kind of the moment where she realizes she's kind of like not as unstable as she thought she should be at this point after having like 4 or 5 margaritas and like 8 shots before she left.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll give a nice heartfelt toast and thank everybody that's there and all that fun stuff. And she'll kind of look at everybody and be like, it's bad luck to toast with water, so I'm gonna need everybody to have some drink in their hand.
Tommy holds up a Diet Coke.
Not water, so it's fine.
I have a banana margarita.
Okay, maybe there are gross margaritas.
I love a banana margarita.
It's hard to tell where Ethan ends and Alex begins.
It is.
That's true.
And at this point, Riley has not even got a margarita. She's just got straight tequila. So.
Tommy definitely put Cam at ease a little bit, so he will kind of loosen up and he has a fairly high presence without it being like
Yeah.
metahuman. So he will actually kind of turn that on a little bit, especially like with the waiters. If someone recognizes him, he's going to chat him up. He'll sign autographs. He'll kind of turn on.
You're going to upstage the bride at her own engagement party?
No, I won't.
Well,
I won't go
sounds
that far.
All right. Well, then, unless someone wants to do something unusual, the rest of the evening will pass relatively uneventfully.
Portal will raise a sprite when they're toasting. Somebody kill the bot.
I don't know how to do that through Streamlabs.
Click on their name, and then there's a little ban/timeout thing in the chat window on Streamlabs.
There should be.
Hey, we're cool enough to get bots now.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I was looking for. There should be, but I don't see any.
Well, that's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, usually you click on their actual name, not the message. That is the problem. But
yeah, I click on their name and I don't have the buttons.
weird. I wonder if I have mod powers.
Huh?
I wonder if I have mod powers on the Twitch stream. Let me see.
I don't know.
Our powers combined.
I do not have mod powers. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can block them. I can't report. I can't even go away for the whole stream.
So, yeah, like I said, unless someone is trying to do or has something else specific they would like to make happen.
I just want to point out that, while like 5% of the time something breaks out while they're out partying, this is the first time in a session that they've gone out partying and something hasn't gone wrong.
Maybe the first time ever.
Nothing happened when you guys went out to the Mexican restaurant for the date.
Yeah, but that was a date. That wasn't going out drinking. And I was referring to going out drinking.
Sure.
Maybe it's just the Mexican restaurant. Maybe it's sacred space.
It's the neutral zone. No one's allowed to fight here.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a margarita.
Hey, nothing. You don't know that anything happened when you guys went to Joy's.
Valid.
But, all right. About the only other thing of note that might happen is that at one point you guys will realize that Riley has gotten up from the table and is over at the bar and is chatting up, some of the young guys who are at the bar.
Cindy will turn and look at Portal and Tommy and be like, I think she's going through some shit. Maybe we should skedaddle.
I don't think we need to be in a rush. She's a big girl. She can take care of herself. But
I think we should probably skedaddle. I think we should.
Is your
I don't think we need to rush on, but if we're ready.
I can't whisper. I was born after 1991.
I was born after 1991, and I can whisper just fine.
All I can do is text. I can text you guys, but I feel like this is a thing.
Are we ready to go? If we're ready to go, I'd say we can, but I don't think we have to.
We got to get something for Bella before we leave.
Fried ice cream and a churro.
So I will walk to the bar when everyone says that and just be like, oh, I'll go get it. I'll order it from the bar. You guys just, let's go. And she'll walk up to the bar and like kind of wedge herself in between Riley and
Cindy, this is Leo. Leo, this is Cindy. She's like one of my best friends, and
She's flirting with the new pope.
She just got engaged to my ex stepson, but she's great and she's gorgeous and hi.
She'll just look at her and be like, yes, and I know, but we need to get our little witch at home some ice cream.
Oh.
And then we're skedaddling back to the...
Well,
no.
Tell you what, the car's still like paid for and stuff. I think I'm gonna hang out here with, what was your name again? Leon, Larry, Luke, Leo, that was Leo. Yeah.
How tall are these guys?
I mean, six-ish.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Tommy real quick and go, wait a minute. Do you think she has a crush on Keone?
I mean, who could blame her? But no.
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, come on.
I mean, maybe I'm the wrong person to ask because clearly my gaydar is like really broken. But I think she's pretty straight.
When he says his gaydar is broken, I'm taking a drink. I start coughing.
Well, I mean, like, you know, I thought I was straight, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, no, I don't know. I don't think Riley swings that way.
Okay.
So remember how I said sometimes when Cindy drinks, she can't control her powers?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Because not that she hasn't ever had to do it before, but she has definitely started many a bar fight. So as Riley is drunkenly trying to explain that she's going to stay with these two, Cindy just will look and be like, absolutely not. Not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it.
Oh, damn.
And then she'll flag the bartender to order Bella's desserts. What were they? They were fried ice cream and churros. So she'll order fried ice cream and churros.
I'm a grown woman and a professional. I am allowed to make a mistake, and he's a really cute mistake. So I'm gonna stay here.
He's mid, first of all. And Cindy is saying this without whispering. No, like, she is not covering what she's saying. So
I mean, to be fair, Riley also said, you know, I'm allowed to make a mistake in front of the guy.
I mean, to be fair, he's hoping that's what she'll do. But yes, there's no, like, Cindy's not trying to, like, calm her down and just, like, she's just basically like, not worth it, mid at best. Once the ice cream gets here, we're going somewhere where we can find less mid.
Okay. It was nice getting to know you. Except that I probably won't remember you.
Aaron, I'll remind you that I do have redirect and warp up.
I know.
And honestly, and Cindy will look at both directions of where the men are and just be like, it wouldn't have been memorable anyways. And we'll usher
I'm sorry, what power has she lost control of that's resulting in this?
No, I'm waiting for
filter.
Yeah, well, yeah, that. I'm anticipating her doing something because of their reaction. Being
the guy, the one, Leo, probably. I mean, who knows if she was right the first time.
True.
Leo is just kind of look you up and down and go, yeah, whatever, bitch.
Oh, no, he didn't.
And then he will walk away.
Does he have something in his hand?
Probably not at the moment, no.
Do you have a belt buckle?
You wouldn't have heard him. We're all the way at the bar.
I have a supernatural sense for when somebody calls my fiance a bitch.
Bullshit. Show me where you spent the points.
It's called being a good husband.
You're not a husband yet.
So Cindy will hear him say that, noticing that he doesn't have a glass or a beer bottle or anything that she can freeze in his hand. She will just make little teeny tiny ice cubes in his pants all the way around, just waiting for them to hit room temperature.
Okay.
So she will just kind of sprinkle them so that he just all of a sudden, and
What?
she'll just look and be like, that's what blue balls are. And we'll just walk away.
And
She's holding the ice cream in one hand and like also trying to make sure that stays cold, and then kind of ushering Riley back to like our pod of people.
Yep.
Because he had the temerity to rightfully call the incredibly rude person a bitch. How dare he? The audacity.
so where are we going next?
Yup.
Gotta take the ice cream back to the tower.
She's just got her head leaning against Cam now.
That works. And then Cindy will kind of force Ethan to lock his arm in with hers so that his is like through her arm. She's escorting him.
I'm here for it. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? We don't have to go straight back because literally you could keep ice cream cold forever.
So just have to hold it the whole night.
That is true. I do have to see it. Has to be in my line of sight. So I don't have to hold it, but at least if we just bring fried ice cream into the club and just set it on the table.
Maybe we're so cool.
Well, considering that
I mean,
Cindy just... I don't want to say attacked, but I can't think of another word right now.
She
A person
antagonized.
for being miffed. Not even mad, miffed. Because she was being incredibly rude to him. It might be a good idea for us to just go ahead and head on home.
I mean, I didn't see what happened, but I'm on Cindy's side. But also, yeah, we should probably head back home.
Hashtag Team Cindy.
Or we can go
What?
find a fight to get into.
Unless I'm wrong. Does Cindy have subtle on that power that she used? So, yeah, she's like, okay.
But
Yeah,
she just-
Tommy is also like, I think we should probably... We can always come back out after if we want. I mean, this was dinner. It's not that late. But
Yeah.
I think we should probably get to bed before she ends up in someone else's.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude or nothing, but is she...
No.
No. No, that's not like her at all.
Does anyone else notice that Cindy is slightly sober?
Roll a deception.
I don't know that she's trying to hide it.
Well, that's true. She would kind of want to stay with it to where everyone kind of, I mean, they all saw how much she drank, and if she's like, all of a sudden she's like, hey guys, I'm like perfectly fine to drive home. Like,
I mean, she's... I don't know. Is randomly attacking someone abnormal for Cindy?
No.
Whitney is
No.
just
No,
impressed.
so she's not acting
Like,
out of character.
How does she do it?
I'm too drunk to notice.
Riley is
But I
now
would
drooling
say, I
on your
mean,
shirt, Cam.
if she were trying to hide it and she didn't do a good job of trying to hide it, Portal would notice. But if she's not trying to hide it, Portal's not looking for it. So
Okay.
You're on mute, Gary.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Riley is now drooling on your shirt.
It's okay.
And Cindy, when we get into the limo, Cindy's just gonna look over and be like,
When you get into the limo, she will rouse enough to kind of look up at you and go, I hope this doesn't affect our professional relationship.
We'll be fine. It's professional.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then she's going to reach up and pull you in and kiss you deeply.
No.
redirecting warp.
To where?
Yeah. Whose face gets redirected into where?
It's gone. I mean, just no. Can't think quick enough. It's just air.
Yeah, we should definitely get back to the tower.
Yeah.
Cindy will tap the.
And then she starts
person.
snoring.
And you what?
Starts snoring.
I will take my jacket off and give her a pillow.
Yep. So.
To the tower.
All right. So you will make it back to the tower. I guess if anyone wants to go back out, they certainly can, but
No.
Tommy is definitely happy to just take Peter back home and spend a quiet evening.
So it's
Probably watching more of Cam's movies with you.
Yeah. I'll check in with the kids, make sure they're doing okay, make sure they don't need anything, but
So you'll get there and the kids, everyone but Devin has fallen asleep in the lounge with the, like Kesha was on the couch, and Jet and Kimmy are both just kind of over by the video games, and the game system's still on, and just, but they both fell asleep where they were.
laying blankets over them, turning everything off. I'm gonna go check on Devin.
Okay.
He's still up in the gym.
Yeah. Do you make any? Are you being at all sneaky about coming in, or?
No.
Okay. So you will get into the gym and you will see that he must have figured out how to get training dummies pulled out. He is wearing a shirt, but he might as well not be at this point. He is so soaked with sweat. And his hands look raw. Not quite bloody, but and he'll just kind of look at you and go, hey, hi, thanks. I needed that.
Okay.
Where are the showers?
There's one right through that door.
Okay.
Are you okay now, or should we can find someone for you to talk to?
I'm all right. I just really needed to hit something.
I get that. Okay.
And
Let me know if you're not. And it's okay to not.
I've been taking care of myself and some of the other kids, not like the 3 who are here, but the other kids who were on the street with me for a couple of years now. And I've always been able to take care of myself and take care of the others. And I've just gotten done spending 3 months, maybe, I don't know how long, a while, not being able to take care of. I've never
Anything.
felt so fucking weak. And I'm really pissed off about it.
Okay.
But I'll be fine.
Have you ever had any formal self-defense training?
Before I left home, I did martial arts, and I've learned a whole lot of other ways to fight since then.
Well, if you would like some more, I'm happy to help. And I know what you're going through. My parents kicked me out when I was 12. Because of my powers, naturally the kids gravitated towards me to protect them. And being the oldest, being used to that, that's what I did. I know how hard it is.
14. And they didn't kick me out, but that was because they OD'd.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Drugs suck.
They do.
I mean, I basically warned my parents when I was 9 because I realized I was never gonna get anything out of them. But yeah, they died, and then people wanted to put me in the system, and that no.
I get that.
But yeah, no, I'm
If all you needed to do was just let it out, that's great, that's fine. If you need more, let me know, but I'm not going to push. Okay?
I mean, you guys are superheroes. I don't ever want to be that helpless again.
Well, tomorrow you'll start training against someone with powers.
Right.
Who's been trained by the Raven, I say as I walk out.
Who?
East Coast. Kind of a big deal.
I mean, he's young enough that Raven hasn't even been a member of the Freedom League in his memory.
Yeah.
Raven's just some vigilante in New York City now.
Yeah, that's true. And I'll head back to Tommy.
Yeah. And Tommy will just be like, "The kid's okay?"
No, but I think they will be.
Fair. I mean, yeah, what they went through, I don't know that anyone's going to be okay, but all right. So we watched part 3 last week.
Yes, we did.
All right, so part 4 gets a little weird, but you'll like it. It
Weirder than that re-entry from outer space inside.
Yeah, well, so they
yacht?
changed directors, and I felt like they kind of lost the plot, but you need it in order to understand part 5, which is the best one since the first.
Oh, I trust you.
All right. And yeah, he'll pull up his Plex server and
And we will sit and we will cuddle and we will watch another terrible movie.
yep.
Terrible.
I mean, Cam's no longer in them by this point, so. All right, so Riley's sleeping it off. The kids are taken care of. Tommy and Peter are cuddling. I am assuming that someone put Riley into a bed and just
Yes.
made sure that she was on her side so that if she throws up, she won't choke on her own vomit. And
Yes. And Cindy will have, once they kind of, shut the door with Riley inside, she will look at Ethan and be like, hey, do you want to go on patrol?
I think you're on mute, Alex.
He is. I feel like that's exactly what Ethan would do to her.
I would love that. I'm a little drunk, but that's okay because I think I'm a better superhero when I'm a little drunk. But also, like
No,
when we get back, I want you to know, just because my dad is bad at sex doesn't mean that I'm bad at it. Because like we've done it before. Like you like me, right?
Oh goodness.
Wow, Aunt Puppy, I didn't know you could turn that shade of red on camera.
As we wait for Aunt Puppy to figure out how to breathe again.
Oh my god, my cheeks are so flushed right now. I don't know if anyone noticed, but when I did the proposal part, when I knew it was happening, I was shaking and nervous myself, like I was doing it in real life. I got so nervous. Oh, my face is so red though. Okay. Cindy would have been a lot cooler than this.
Yes.
So she hears Ethan just kind of blabbering on. Hun, it's fine. Yes, I like you. It's fine. Let's go. We'll talk about the rest of the stuff tomorrow, but let's go patrol. And she will they'll kind of recreate that first patrol that they went on, and she will create similar to what she did at the ballroom, and will create the little spinning kind of snowstorm, and will dance where they tried to kill Mongrel.
I love this for us.
Okay.
Jesus.
But then they will just come back and go to bed, because she will realize that she's much more sober than she ever should be right now.
Yep. I'm assuming at someone gives Bella their desserts.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
what
yeah,
Whitney was planning to do.
Okay. So yeah, Whitney, you'll find Bella is in there with the comatose scientist.
Hey, any luck? Well, I brought some food back.
Thanks.
Seems like you need a break.
Probably.
The bunny jumps over and starts sniffing at your feet. Did you bring anything for me?
I'm gonna say yes.
He's gonna steal my food anyway. It might as well be for you too.
That's why the answer is yes.
You're no fun. I was gonna make her take me down to the kitchen and have her make me a salad.
You could just steal the salad.
Yeah, but it's more fun when someone makes it for me.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, since Keone's busy, I don't mind.
Oh, right, yeah, I guess that's what humans do after they get engaged.
They're going at it like, well, you.
Or before they get engaged, or on their second date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I overheard the word patrol, and I think heavy quotation marks. So
Got it. Yep. Okay. All right. You're nominated. Show me what you got for me, web girl. And he'll hop on. He'll hop onto your shoulder.
all right, Bella, you coming?
Yeah, I'll come with. I should probably not just be sitting here all night.
Yeah, you've with that whole spell you were keeping up before, you should probably
Yeah.
get some actual sleep.
Yeah.
But first, food, because it was really good.
That's it.
All right. Well, with the evening wrapping up, I think that's a good place to take a break.
Sounds good to me. That's up to Calvin, though, not me.
That's all right. We are going over to break. We are live.
Ah,
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us through our break today. We are still the Untold Stories Project. This is still City of Destiny, episode 13, Stars Align, and we have just finished having a really ridiculous engagement party, and Aaron got to flex some role-playing muscles that he doesn't really get to do a lot of as GM, so that was fun. So, morning comes. What? Jemmy, you look like you want to say something.
I'm dying. Ignore me.
Okay. I mean, you're my child, so ignoring you if you're dying is probably, like, really irresponsible parenting.
It's fine. You were told to. I'm about to be 18. I'm no longer your issue.
Oh, it is so cute.
That is so very, that is so very not true.
Right. Anywho, morning will come, and unless someone is up unreasonably early, Riley will be gone when everyone else wakes up. Because she has most certainly done. She has most certainly done the "oh my god, I am embarrassed by last night, and I don't want anyone to see me."
I mean, Bella might be, but Bella's not gonna say shit.
But the bad thing is Star Knight would absolutely be up early because he did not get drunk.
Right.
He would stick to his routine.
Peter would be up early for him, but Peter's a night owl, so it would still be after she would.
Yeah.
If she's getting up super early.
Yeah, I'm talking like 5:30.
You know.
Yeah, I think her only risks are Star Knight and Bella.
Well, Cindy also didn't get drunk.
Cindy's not getting up at 5:30 though.
She's not getting out 5:30. She would have never seen her leave. But she definitely got up early and was in the danger room by probably 7:30.
Okay.
Ethan slept through the whole thing. Everything tastes like bananas and shame.
The danger room, but not the regular gym.
Correct.
Okay.
Star Knight is actually probably in the regular gym.
Okay.
Probably at like 6.
Okay. When you get there, there is a 17-year-old kid who is running on the track.
So Star Knight's first thing that he actually will do is, if there isn't one available, he would have a practice sword and start practicing on the dummies.
Okay.
Peter's probably gonna get up probably around 8.
Okay.
Yeah, Bella's up early, but it's back to check on.
Yep.
And
there is no meaningful change.
Yeah, that's what she was afraid of, but
you might eventually notice, Cam, that he doesn't stop to watch you, but you're definitely aware that he is looking over and paying attention to what you're doing.
when I do wake up, I'm gonna go look for Devin.
You will find him in the gym.
Ready to start?
Not quite punishing himself in the kind of way he was last night, but yeah, he's already been, running for about an hour.
Okay. Ready to start?
You got it.
All right. And we'll go over onto the mats and we'll spar. And
Okay.
I will attempt to teach him a few things and, kind of help him out.
Okay. I know better than to ask if you have the assessment feat, or advantage.
Nope. I do not.
I will tell you that in terms of fighting skill, he is probably as skilled of a fighter. He doesn't have quite the muscle mass to back it up as some, but he is probably as skilled a fighter as anyone on the team.
Okay. Let's get him even better.
The only one who might be close.
probably a better fist fighter than Bella.
Cam is close. But you think that if it came to a fist fight without armor, that Devin could probably take him.
Awesome.
Let's go, New Robin.
So I will.
You
I
can-
imagine probably I'll start with not using powers,
Uh-huh.
and that will last for all of about 3/4 of a second. Oh, okay. You know what you're doing. All right. I'm not gonna hold back anymore. And we'll
And
just get
using your powers, he will never be able to land a blow on you. But
Yeah. I think the big thing I'm going to stress, especially I can see as of my nature of my powers, is situational awareness. Helping him to predict a blow that's coming that he can't see, and just trying to always be aware of threats all around him. I think that will help him more than anything else.
And there is certainly room to help him with that, but you also do see that no, he's got really good fighting instincts. And
I will let him know. I'm not like this is. I'm trying to train him, and so I'm gonna let him know you've got a solid start. If you went up against any of us without our powers, you've got at least it's at least a 50-50 fight. Let's get you better than that.
Okay. I mean, you are privately of the opinion that if the chessmen, or if anyone other than like someone in power armor had tried to kidnap this kid off the street, they would have ended up hurt. But you will also realize that, I mean, again, he's nowhere close to being able to land a blow on you, but you can kind of see from the way he throws attacks and where he targets that he is more than happy to hurt someone to make them stop fighting. You know, he is not fighting Marquis of Queensberry rules.
Yep. I mean, I'm Portal's already got it in his mind that it's like, if he wants to be, if he's got the willpower, let's make him a vigilante. Like, I'll take it as far as he wants to go.
Good.
And, you know, let's make sure. I want him confident that he'll never have to go through this again. Like, it's.
Yep.
But this is just the first training session.
Yeah. Cam, you have another voicemail message waiting for you on your phone. That is from Riley.
Yeah, at some point I probably stopped and watched them spar a little bit, but I'll listen to the voicemail.
Yeah, so I don't quite remember most of last night, but I am. That was a really unprofessional way to act in front of one of my clients, and I wanted to apologize. And if you would prefer to find different representation, I will understand. Nothing like that will ever happen again. And if you don't want to fire me, give me a call, because I think they want to do a interview with some of the cast around 1 o'clock today. So let me know, or let me know if I need to just have the studio call you directly. Thanks. Bye.
I'll go ahead and call her back pretty quick. I won't let her twist on that. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll give her a call.
Hi.
Good morning. I've had lots of coffee.
Yes, all the coffee. Very black. Look, that is not me. I don't do that, and I am probably more embarrassed of my behavior last night than of anything I've ever done, and I got married at 19 to a man old enough to be my father. So,
yeah, because you told us all of that in the conference room too, so you caught some of the newer members up to speed, so it's really good. You just threw all the red flags out there, like, right up front, so that helped. But I do not want different representation at all. You're gonna get me to where I need to be, so
okay.
I'm gonna make this work. It's gonna be professional. And I mean, I've been in Hollywood for 15 years now. Not the first time I've been groped at a party. So,
I mean, look, I know I said some things that were like really over the line, and I mean, don't get me wrong, you are a good-looking guy, but like, I don't want you to think like I'm like harboring like a weird secret crush or anything.
15 years. Jeez, you're ancient.
Uh, yeah.
In Hollywood years. I mean, in Hollywood years.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of why I'm hoping to like get some good roles here soon. Well, I mean, I've had good roles, but right. Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. I'll text you the address. It's cable, but not live, so you don't have to like stress about it too much. They'll edit if anything goes weird or wrong, but it is more than just like local news, so don't wear the shirt that I drooled on last night.
Yeah, I don't know where the pillow jacket went. I think I left that in the limo, but it's okay.
It's in the room I was in last night.
We're all good.
Okay. See you at noon.
Then I would just turn back. Yeah, I am significantly older than most of the team.
Say your filmography goes back to 2015, but
Damn,
yes.
you got like, he's saying this as he's like dodging punches and kicks and stuff. It's like, you're like 1 foot in the grave.
Rude.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm just saying, it's really inspiring to see someone of your age out there fighting for the good fight.
I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I will make a.
I'm just teasing.
I mean, the irony, of course, is that Cam is younger than we are.
Yes, no.
So let's see. No, I can't make it.
What are you trying to do?
I'm clicking on the wrong thing. So taking the sword I was practicing with and just kind of throwing it to stick it in the ground. Not near anyone, just kind of like, oh, I'm done practicing, just casually.
Okay.
And we'll head out after my workout.
And as soon as you're out the door, Devin looks over the portal and is like, we really want to play with the sword.
Go pick it up.
He will do so. And again, he doesn't seem to know how to use it as a sword, but he's got enough fighting instinct that it's still pretty dangerous in his hands, and not to himself.
Yeah.
Mechanically, he has no skill with swords, but he does have skill with improvised weapons. So he's almost using the sword more like a baseball bat, than a sword. But
it's
like,
kind of effective.
Yeah. Like you're kind of getting like a Casey Jones vibe off of him.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So, what else will happen that morning?
Whitney is going to check in on her aunt and bring her aunt breakfast in bed.
Okay. Your aunt will already be up and dressed, but was in the room with a computer, just kind of trying to catch up on everything that she's missed while she's been held captive. Oh, Whitney. Thank you. I think I've lost track of time.
Yeah, I remember you had a bad habit of not eating for long stretches of time when you were working.
Yeah, well, lot happens in years.
Yeah, a lot does. They got movies in 3D now.
I haven't been gone that long.
I know.
But how is he president again?
No, not in our universe.
Oh, no!
Veto.
But in all seriousness, you will actually be like, I mean, there's a second moon?
Yeah, that one's still a bit of a mystery, I gotta be honest. The internet says there's people up there. And given what else is out in space, that's probably true.
I mean, yeah. And a giant robot in the harbor of this city?
Yeah, they had the giant vampire, then they had the giant robot.
Oh. I guess it says something about everything that's happened that the giant vampire didn't make the recaps I was looking at. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the robot is kind of a big deal. It's a whole space thing. Actually, the team's working on it, and I'm gonna help them as much as I can.
And I mean, obviously, because of what they were having me work with, I knew about the Silver Storm, but I had no idea it affected that many people. And it's just a lot. But thank you for the eggs. I appreciate it. And more coffee. More coffee is good.
Oh yeah, no, I got extra coffee. Don't worry about that. I think we both need it because it's kind of been. I mean, I was gonna say it's been a day, but it's been more than a day.
Yeah, and so you need to like fill me in on everything. I mean, obviously you hid successfully, and then the amulet I gave you apparently gave you superpowers.
Yeah. I mean, I wish they kicked in a bit sooner, but yeah.
You blame yourself for that.
I mean, yeah, I know, but the powers though. She says, quickly pivoting topics. I mean, it wasn't a smooth ride at first. I guess the whole superhero thing really isn't. But, I met some people back home who helped me out, and now I'm here in the tower with the frickin' Stormbreakers.
I mean, they weren't. From what the internet says, they're very impressive. They weren't a thing.
No, they're very new. They're like the new hotness sort of thing. I mean, Freedom League's cool and all. You gotta, shout out to the classics, but
Omen's like a million.
Yeah, and apparently all sorts of strange things have been happening on the East Coast as well.
Yeah, I think there was also a giant thing in Freedom City. It had like 3 faces or whatever.
Yeah, pull up the article. I was just reading about that one.
Yeah, when's Ferroburg gonna get our own
Captain
giant monster?
Thunder is no longer with the Freedom League.
Hold Oh yeah, you were a fan of him, weren't you?
I mean, what's not to be a fan of?
Uh, yeah. As far as I know, uh, that roster's been changing up a whole lot.
I see that.
They're like in 2 different teams now.
Right. Yeah. And then global politics, and of course, there's all sorts of scientific advancements that weren't related to what I was working on, so they felt no need to keep me abreast of anything else going on in the world. And then, of course, my sister, and I mean, how much have I missed from the family?
Uh, I mean, you know how some the family is. They get kind of settled and they get really comfortable. So not as much as you might think. Although I am gonna be I don't know if I had mentioned this, but I'm studying chemistry at ECU in a when do classes start? In a few days. I definitely remember the schedule and where to be and when to be there.
Sure, you're on top of that.
Yeah, I I actually was inspired by you, obviously. I don't know if you remember this because it was a long time ago, but you were telling me this thing. You were saying you were looking at this block of ice, and you started this random story, and I thought it was just going to be a weird story, but you said that when ice naturally forms, because of like its structure and a specific composition, and because if ice naturally forms, technically it's a mineral because it's made of like a singular substance. And when you have a bunch of a mineral together, or other mineraloid substance, technically that's a rock if it has the right structure and it's inorganic. And you have naturally formed ice that technically is a mineral and technically is a rock. Once it starts melting, naturally forming ice water is technically lava. And that was the worst thing I ever heard. And I had to get into chem just to prove you wrong. And I never did.
I do remember that story. I thought about you a lot while I was.
Yeah, I thought about you too. And I know what you're gonna say, but I just feel like if I had made some different decisions, 5 years of time could have been. I mean,
You were barely more than a kid. And neither of us had any idea that you were in possession of that. I mean, we knew, yes, obviously I knew I'd given it to you. Neither of us knew it could.
make me shoot webs.
Yes. I've spent most of the last 5 years terrified that they had done something to you. I'm just so relieved to know that you're okay. Not just okay, but you're thriving. You're a superhero. I know you probably feel like you have to save the entire world. But you also have to realize you can't. There are things that you have no control over. And if you'd tried to do something heroic instead of keeping yourself safe, you'd probably be dead.
I mean, I'd like to think I had better odds than that. But, I mean, now that I have these powers, maybe I can save the world. Otherwise, what's the point of them?
I think you can. Just being able to save the world doesn't mean you're going to be able to save everyone.
And then she just has like this brief thought back to because she was standing on top of one of the chessmen knights when he had died, and she has just like a brief flashback to that moment. And then she just says, "But if I have the ability to save everyone, then I should. Otherwise, I don't know. Feels like I shouldn't have it."
When a chemical reaction happens, something is always lost in the process. Sometimes we have to be able to accept that no matter how much good we do, we still have limits. I want you to be the hero that you're clearly becoming. I also don't want you to tear yourself apart because you were in class when someone was hit by a car. There has to be a balance of what you can do.
What's weird is I kind of had that exact thing. I mean, I started doing the superhero stuff in high school, and yeah, I kind of had that exact thing going on. I don't know. I can't just turn it off, but you might be onto something.
I'm not saying you should. I'm so proud of you. And I don't want you to tear down this amazing woman that you've become because you're not a god.
Yeah, I guess. And she just looks down at the amulet that she's wearing. Guess maybe I'm not. Who knows? Maybe the being on a team will make that easier.
I hope so. So, any chance your new boss, I guess, can help me? I mean, I've clearly realized I'm inside a building that belongs to Max Mars.
Yeah.
Any chance that he can, help me get my legal identity back? And
what's really weird is you are not at all the first person to ask him that. So I'm gonna say, yeah, he can help you out.
Good. Okay.
I mean, you were missing for 5 years, but you weren't from another dimension or something, and you weren't an octopus. I'm catching up on everything that's gone on with the team before.
Wait, Are you telling me he's actually an octopus?
Yeah, underneath the suit. I mean, I think so. The only way his filing system makes sense is if he has extra limbs.
That's not like just a crazy gimmick or like a hologram, or he's actually an octopus.
No, absolutely no word of a lie here.
That's weird.
I've said that about a dozen times an hour since I've been here.
All righty. Hey, Ethan.
Yeah?
Don't you have a lunch date you need to get to?
Yeah, you've got a date.
It's not a date.
It's not a date.
I'm hungover. I'm on my way. I'll sort of stumble out of bed and pour myself a cup of ambition.
A cup of what? Oh, ambition.
Ambition.
Okay. Which is funny because I think you guys are meeting at a coffee shop, but
And I will stop by and see Keone before I leave, so I'm not sneaking out to go to a date.
Totally a date. And she will say that to you as you are telling her goodbye. She'll be like, this is totally a date.
It's
And then
not a
you'll
date.
So then she'll just punch one of the mannequins that she has in the room, or one of the holograms that she has, just like shattering it into pieces.
Couldn't help but notice that one had my face on it.
Oh, did it? It's apparently it projects mental images of things you want to punch in the face, but I mean, I don't know how true that is.
But that sounds real. Okay.
And then then she will awkwardly try and high five him goodbye. Like, just you go in for like a hug to say goodbye, and she just high fives you.
Cool.
They're getting married.
And Cindy is now well aware of that.
say if Tommy
Right.
hasn't already left, he is 100% going to be chuckling at all this.
Well, I'll see you later, fiance.
Yep. And she will punch another one in the face.
Hey. So when you get to the starbase where Reyna is, she is sitting there, very jittery, like tapping her leg, and there's 4 empty cups on the little table that she's sitting at.
Did you drink too many margaritas last night too?
No. So, does she hate me?
I mean, you know how Cindy is.
I thought I did. And then she tried to hit me.
Oh.
You did set me on fire. And I'm pretty sure she likes me.
Well,
I'm not positive about that, actually.
In fairness, I was trying to set my brother on fire, and then you got in the way?
Well, yeah, you were going to kill a motorcycle guy. And motorcycle guy, we had to make sure didn't motorcycle die. It's a whole thing Spider Queen said. But you're new to your powers. I mean, I'm okay. I'm not permanently scarred by it.
Clearly. So yeah, I've got superpowers now.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Uh, 2 days ago?
Has it really only been 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, that's right.
Feels like 5 weeks in real life.
More because we took some weeks off.
Yeah.
Like it was. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, is like sharing origin stories a thing that people do?
Yeah. I mean, I'll go first if you want. I got robots in my butt and now I can control metal.
Right. No, the Silver Storm. I remember. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Alonzo.
Well, that's why Alonzo has powers. As to what's wrong with Alonzo, they're still writing books about that.
No, I mean that what was wrong with him happened before he had powers, but this. I mean, you're going to think I'm psychotic. There was like a phoenix that like appeared in my bedroom.
Oh.
And it said I had been chosen. And you know, I thought that was unlikely, but it also kind of said like it didn't seem like I had a choice. And then the next thing I knew, it kind of like came and like went inside me.
Oh.
And I knew what I could do, but I don't know why it chose me or like what it wants from me. I just knew that, well, I knew you got powers and you became a hero, and Cindy and Peter, and so I was like, well, that seems like the thing to do. And I called you and I was going to talk to you about it, but Alonzo walked in while I was trying to call you, and he had the idea that the two of us could get revenge on the city that had mistreated us so badly, or some bullshit. And
Naturally.
when I said no, he attacked me, and then we ended up on the fight kind of ranged from our house to where you found us on the parking. But and then you were there and Cindy was there and you got burned, and then she was pissed at me, and then the witch told me to go away, and so I did. And I was really scared and I didn't know what to do or who to talk to, but then I remembered that your stepmom was working with your team. So I called her to see if there was someone I could talk to that she could like point me to. And you know, she told me that she wasn't working with the team anymore, but that she'd be happy to try to put me in touch with the team. And then I remembered that I'd seen the announcement that she was working for Lars Investments, and I knew that he was backing the Sentinel, so I asked her if she could put me in touch with them, and she did. And they kind of asked me to join, and I think I kind of said yes. And they've all been really nice and like helpful and like encouraging, and they've said that they'll help me like learn how to control my powers and make sure that I don't like barbecue anyone. And I'm talking an awful lot. I'm gonna shut up and let you talk now.
That sounds like a lot.
And you got engaged.
And I got engaged, and it's great.
No, it's totally great, but you know, you were also busy getting engaged while I was losing my mind and scared to death, and I really wanted my best friend.
I'm your best friend?
Yeah.
That's not important right now. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't there, and I'm glad that the Sentinels are going to be able to help you learn how to control all this stuff and figure it all out. But you know, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here to help. I went through it. Cindy went through it, and we all went through it.
I mean, yeah, when you are able to call me back.
Yeah, I mean, I was in space for a little bit, and I was underwater for a little bit, and as you'll find out soon with the superhero life, sometimes just crazy things happen.
Sure. No, I get that.
And I think maybe if you and Cindy talked, things would probably work out. Things would be okay.
I mean,
that sounds like a bad idea.
Alex knows that. Ethan doesn't know anything.
Paradox PhD just gifted a tier 1 sub, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Paradox. Hey, thank you.
Let us know who should get your hero point. Like, I don't know. I really got the impression, like, I thought we were cool, but that, like, she really doesn't like me.
You know, she had a whole thing with her mom and her grandma recently. It's probably not you. It's probably something completely innocent.
But also you.
Alex said, remembering he doesn't know about the, the murder bird thing. Yeah, why don't you come by the tower? You know, Cindy was working in the danger room. I think that'd be, you might not be on our team, but maybe we could show you how a real superhero team operates.
Oh, excuse me?
The Sentinels are fine, but like, there's a werewolf guy in there.
I mean, he's not always a werewolf.
He's not always a werewolf?
Okay, I mean, I guess technically you're always a werewolf even when you're not wolfed out, but
I've never seen him not as a wolf. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you think he like goes to the bank?
Like that, just wolfed out all the time.
No. I mean, no.
Is he hot?
You're not there.
Cindy wants to know if he's hot.
The point is for Jemmy.
Nice. Oh, another thing to keep in mind as a new superhero: always check to see if your comlink is on. Because I never remember to turn that thing off.
Okay.
No, you don't.
I don't think I have one of those yet. I mean, like, they said that, we'd have to like do some training before they'd want to like bring me out on a mission. which I guess makes sense.
Damn, they sound so responsible.
They have grown-ups.
Hey, we met our new team members in a fight. They already knew how to handle themselves, so we were able to skip that formality.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. Like, princesses, you know, I don't know if I'd call her a grown-up. I mean, she's cool. I like her, but I don't know. I'd call her a grown-up.
Spider Queen has a crush on her.
You dropped the engagement.
But the Rook is very much a grown-up. And Mongrel is very much a grown-up. And like, I think Victor's actually younger than we are, but he feels like a grown-up. Vortex is not a grown-up.
Man, there's a lot of y'all.
Huh?
There's a lot of you guys.
There is. And Kid Robot is definitely not a grown-up.
It's kind of in the name.
I mean, yeah. Although I actually think that like Vortex and Peter should like meet, because like they would understand each other, like because their powers are like the same sort of thing, right?
I mean, I don't know. Does Vortex make vortexes?
I mean, yeah, he makes the little like vortexes from one area to another, and
Get me my lawyers.
He can like use it to like teleport, like the same way that Peter does, but then he also like it, like it's really cool. Like we were practicing the other day, and he was like opening like these vortexes, and like ice would shoot out of one, or like fire would shoot out of one. Neither of which did anything to me, but yeah, no, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, I figure that that's got to be like, I don't know. I mean, like, there's not like a rivalry thing, right? Like, that's a thing where like people who have similar powers like share notes, right?
That sounds like the mature version of what would happen.
You know, the way you say that makes me think that that's not what happens at all.
Nah, every time, look, the first time I met the Freedom League, their wizard melted my brain. So, like, and I took away that arrow guy's bow because, like, what a joke superpower.
Damn, shots fired.
They will be.
But not by Bowman.
I mean, I don't know. Is it like a violation of like some sort of like rule for me to like come visit your headquarters?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to come and chat with Cindy. Like, I really don't want her to hate me.
You're doing this right now?
Yeah, I think we should. If you're not doing anything, maybe we should just head over, just get it over with.
Have you let Cindy know?
Of course not.
No, not yet. I'm gonna call on the way.
No, you're not. Don't even. That's metagaming. You absolutely would not call on the way.
That sounds great. Like, should we like take a bus and I'll walk in, or like should I like go change and like fly there? I don't know what the etiquette is here.
Yeah, probably just change and fly there.
Okay.
What's your super suit situation? Do you have one?
I think about it and my clothes burn away and the costume's there. Like, we could go in the alley and I could show you.
Pretty cool.
I don't think that's a good idea.
All right, well then, I guess I'll go in the alley and change and.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll go in the other alley and I'll change too. Yeah, I don't think I should see your Sailor Moon transformation. That feels like
I
I'm
mean,
gonna get in
no,
trouble.
like the costumes there when the clothes burn. Like I'm not like naked or anything. Like
Fun fact: Emerald City is nothing but alleys.
Oh, I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
no, I mean, look, I watched the same anime with you when we were kids, but
They've known each other since they were kids, Keone.
no, it's not. It's nothing like that. There's no like Prismacolor nakedness or anything.
Okay, then yeah, I guess we can go in the alley. We could change together. That's probably fine.
On that note, that won't at all be a problem. That feels like a great place to go ahead and call it a night.
Wow.
Sometimes Ethan just be saying things and getting us in trouble.
I'm glad it's not me.
Yep. Well, not this time.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I hope you all had as much fun as I did. I think this might be the most fun I've had in 3 hours of gaming where I didn't roll a dice once. For news around our network, I believe Freedom League is actually going to do their finale tomorrow night.
We are finally. My God, it's been rough.
Titan City Chronicles still on hold because Alex's computer is currently in New Jersey. But back episodes are available on the streaming platform of your choice. And we will be back not next week because we're going to have something very special that I don't really want to announce ahead of time in our spot next week. But if you are a fan of our network and a fan of getting to get a sneak peek at a game that is not launched yet, but will be coming to Kickstarter very soon, maybe tune in and don't forget your brain.
Oh, my brains.
I don't know what came over me. Anyways, heroes, let's pass it around the table and mention anything we want to mention and call it a night. And we will start it off with my flesh and blood, Jemmy.
Thank you all for coming. Sorry I was kind of the person not appearing in this adventure tonight. But hey, sometimes that makes sense narratively. Take care of yourself. I love seeing you. I love being here. I don't know. I don't really have anything important to pitch. I mean, I'm happy, and since next week won't be there, this is my last week of school before I graduate.
Congratulations.
And in 2 weeks from today, they're turning 18.
Well, we'll be on stream for that.
No, we won't.
Nope.
No?
That's the last Tuesday, so we'll be off.
Never mind, we won't be then. I guess that is important to mention.
Man, I gotta wait like 3 weeks to see how bad I ruined my life.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Well, then I guess we won't be. So then, yes, I guess I should say it will be my birthday on the 27th. And that's going to be really cool. But yeah, that's all I really have to pitch. Other than that, take care of yourself, drink water, be careful in these allergy and storm seasons. Make sure you don't hurt your head too much. And I'm going to pass it over to Calvin.
Okay. Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun just doing character stuff. Yeah, and catching up on everyone's drama. And me saying a weird chemistry thing that I learned from the internet that I hope I made sense with because I should have made notes on. But anyway, also check out this finale of Freedom League Dark tomorrow. It's going to get very emotional, I assume. I know I'm going to be pretty emotional regardless of what happens.
I'm just going to punch a hole in all of you. We're going to call it a night.
Fair enough. We probably deserve it. Other than that, if you are on YouTube, please check out the Win with game. Sorry, it's clearly been a day. Please check out the Win with Dice channel, where we have weekly tabletop RPG podcasting. We've talked to a bunch of cool game designers recently, so definitely go back and check out all those recent episodes. As well, I wanted to shout out Masks and Mayhem, because I was there a couple of weeks ago in a streamed one-shot playing a villain that has a voice that may be familiar to people who have seen me here. I reused an accent that I'm pretty good at.
Was it Alara?
Maybe. You gotta check out the stream to find out. So it was Redacted Rangers, Thicker Than Water. And it was really fun just to hang out there. Also, it's just a really cool community in general, so definitely check out Masks and Mayhem. And with that, I will pass it over to Aunt Puppy.
Hi, I'm Aunt Puppy. I don't have anything. Just to make sure that you play a game. And I'll pass it to Alex.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everyone. I don't have much more to add. Just tune in for the finale of Freedom League Dark tomorrow. Send prayers to whatever God you believe in about my computer, because I need it back. It's not a euphemism. My computer is in New Jersey and won't come home. Yeah. And I'll pass it over to Brandon. Or, sorry, Jenny.
Yeah, so we've got to wait 3 weeks to see just how Ethan has screwed us all over and how Aunt Puppy is going to make it even worse. I'm looking forward to it. But I don't have anything to plug, so like always, be kind to people, especially yourself. And Gary, did you go?
I've not gone.
Then let's pass it off to you.
All right. Don't have a whole lot. Got to get very awkward tonight, so Star Knight's in a interesting place. And just in case one of our new kids that likes to work out does become a vigilante, Cam will pull out the superhero name generator that he tried for Bella. And Hammer Hand sounds like a good choice.
It is definitely a choice.
Yeah. You made a choice.
And with that, back to Aaron.
All right. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. That is it for us tonight here at the Untold Stories Project. Till next time, keep rolling those 20s.
Upper Cabin Wave.